Hello and welcome to a Very Explosion Network Christmas, our podcast dedicated to the merriest of holidays of the festive season with films about Santa, snow, and being left home alone. Time of year where we all come together and argue if Frozen is a Christmas movie. I'm your host, Ashley Wobbly, and helping me grow my heart 3 sizes of Christmas cheer is Dylan Blight.
I don't think so. But I don't want to put it, I don't want to put it in the naughty pile because it sounds like I'm saying it's a bad movie. Like, I think it's a good movie, but I don't think it's a Christmas movie.
No, I don't think it's not a Christmas movie. It's just snow.
It's just in snow. It's just in the snow. So yeah. Naughty pile, unfortunately.
I mean, it's not naughty. It's just not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but we have 2 piles. We have the good pile and then the naughty pile.
No, there's just a Christmas pile and a not Christmas pile.
Yeah, but we're saying if it's naughty or nice. That's kind of been the ranking.
No, that's for stuff we actually watched.
I've watched this.
Okay. Today we're talking about the latest episode of The Santa Clauses, Chapter 3, Into the Wobbly Woods. Directed by Charles Randolph-Wright, written by Kevin Hench. Scott interviews candidates for the role of Santa. Dylan, what do you think of the latest episode of The Santa Clauses?
Yeah, I liked it. I feel like it was a fun one. I feel like the first 2 episodes, in retrospect, were drawn out a bit too long, and this one seemed to get some. I feel like we should have just got to this maybe a little bit faster. And this is 6 episodes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe it should have been 5 episodes, and they were like, "Fuck, we gotta get to 6." But yeah, I feel like this one was pretty good. I like the whole actually having. I mean, I was right. Simon, Cal Penn? Santa Claus,
yep.
Right, got it.
For now,
looking forward to seeing how see how that comes all together. But yeah, I enjoyed seeing him walk around North Pole. I enjoyed the Christmas witch banter about her not actually being a witch, and then Santa Claus catching her out by being like, "What'd you ride there? A broom?" Gah! There was some good bits in here. Right at the end, I thought that was I'd seen it in the trailers, but it still made me laugh. Just when they wake up and both the kids come in and like, "Who's this?" And then the fact that Buddy's like, "Is a guy named Dave," or whatever the random. It's like, what? Yeah, Ron. Or whatever. It's like, why is these random names? So I thought that was some funny bits in amongst this episode. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I like the episode as well. I think it continues the tone of the show that we've got and kind of set it. Of weird shenanigans. I'm sure the Peyton Manning stuff probably plays more for the American audience. I understand some of the references, but the ho 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 mahaw. It's inaudible. Yeah. That's a football reference.
My context of everything there is he must be famous and play foosball.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
That's mine.
Pretty big deal in America, yeah.
What I got?
Well, they have the joke. You've got a 67% completion rate, but over here, we need 100%.
Yeah. So that was a football joke. It was a sports joke, Ash.
It was a sports joke.
Got him.
My other good running joke is Betty making zingers, but her not realizing she's making zingers. You got some big boots to fill. What was it? You'll have nothing to complain about. Just Mrs. Claus going, "Hey, that's very funny."
Yeah.
And just Mrs. Claus wearing a Shania Twain shirt this entire episode.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
From the early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah, from the early 2000s, because it's literally whenever she moved in. The other thing that was making me laugh, though, talking about Mrs. Claus, was when they're getting so excited to have back, and she's like, "You've had all your identities prepared for you," and all that sort of stuff. She's like, "I just can't wait to have an identity," or whatever she said. This running bit about Mrs. Claus, just being in nothing,
yeah,
nothing, yeah,
not having a name or anything,
yeah, no name, no job, no nothing, yeah. It's been quite entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say now that I remember, because we didn't discuss it last week. The opening credits, freaking wild.
Opening credits are wild. Yeah.
Way too over the top. Totally unnecessary. Yeah. With the giant reindeer. Who we get to see this episode. We get to see some reindeer.
Yes, I was about to say, reindeer, not Chet. Chet?
No,
whatever.
Chet was not name checked.
Dead.
Possibly.
been a while.
But does
I
that
don't-
mean they?
How-
Do you reckon do you reckon all
Sorry,
the
I'll
reindeer are
Google it.
still alive? Do you think they just name new reindeer the same names as the ones in the main ones? You know,
Reindeer can live up to 15 years in the wild, although domesticated reindeer that are cared for by humans can live up to as long as 20 years.
okay, but these are
Chet
magical
is dead.
reindeer.
They can just fly. They can't live forever.
I guess, you know. What? Santa can't tell them to make them believe they can fly, but he can't make them believe they can live for hundreds and hundreds of years?
I don't think even if you believe you're going to live forever doesn't mean something won't die.
Well, it's just physics. No. I mean, it's not. I thought it was interesting how they try to explain how reindeer can fly by using bumblebees as a
It makes
reference.
sense. The bumblebees thing does make sense. I was like, that's a good point.
Thing.
That's a good point.
But yeah, I think probably these aren't the same reindeer we saw. You know, I think they do get renamed, like maybe like Prancer and like the main
You got Prancer 2.
The main
63.
ones that we know from the song. They're like
rename.
They're like a title.
Yeah. Like James Bond.
See, that's why Rudolph hasn't appeared in this series at all, because Rudolph was a reindeer, but he died.
Yeah, that's crazy how they've never actually put Rudolph in any of these yet.
I mean, there's only been 3 movies and a little.
Yeah, I know, but you would have thought after 3 they would have.
But they had 3 and then they had this, so I mean.
This is the one then.
I also appreciate they had a reindeer called Vomit, but they have to keep him away from everybody else.
I don't think it's anything to do with his name, though.
No. Very flatulent.
Couldn't be.
Also, they make a big deal about Sandra hearing the reindeer say, "You're my best friend."
Well, she makes a big deal of it.
Yeah. But we saw Chet and like Prancer like talk during the movies, right? I'm not crazy.
They didn't really talk. They just
like but they said
like
words.
all that, right?
Yeah, I guess.
That's what they did. I don't remember them actually talking.
I mean, they kind of talked.
Like Santa would talk back to them, but
I guess
like he understood what they were saying. But maybe that's the thing. Maybe the entire time we were only hearing, but he could actually hear them, like understand them.
Maybe
because he'll talk back to them. Chet would be like, "Oh, chocolates, blah blah blah." And Santa would be like, "No, you're not getting any more. You got to go to the bloody ride home, do your algebra test, get on the boat, mate."
All right. Other interesting bits and pieces. Obviously, Sandra very upset about having to leave the North Pole. Doesn't want to leave. I don't know if you knew this. Sandra, played by Tim Allen's daughter.
No, really.
Found out that by watching a clip from Jimmy Fallon. So
wow, okay,
yeah. So you know, it was I really enjoyed the moment about like him talking outside the witch's hut about being scared. And then being scared together, that was nice and sweet. I also enjoyed, you know, Buddy's or Cal's crazy list of things that he wants to experience in the real world, which is stuff nobody wants to experience. And yeah, that's all cool. I enjoyed the whole enthusiasm of Simon coming to the North Pole. I think just his daughter like enjoying everything and like being like. The pillow's made out of marshmallow. Don't eat it, we might get charged. Or him throwing the cookie away because it could be poisoned.
Yeah, there's some funny random jokes and stuff.
There's just a bunch of little jokes and that kind of stuff. I think clearly Simon is a bad choice as Santa. As you can tell by, one, the cloak, the Santa suit, not wanting to go to him.
Was that just because like he's so attached to like everyone else, like all the elves
it knows.
Scott Calvin, no?
It's like the Sorting Hat, I think is pretty clear. It knows if it's the right choice or not. And of course, the second that they leave, the Christmas snow globe just gets terribly worse.
Darker. So what do you think is actually going to happen then? Like, what do you think
I think he's going to try and use the delivery system to try and make money for his whatever company. You know what I mean? He's going to get rid of the reindeer. He's just going to use drones. Yeah. It's going to go to shit. I mean, I suspect next episode we're going to get to see the Calvin family experiencing life in Chicago, and then episode 5 they're like, oh no, everything's wrong. And then by obviously the end of the season, Scott's going to be back as Santa.
You reckon?
I reckon.
What do you reckon the message is then?
Can't go past the original thing, you know? It's damn immigrants. No. Okay. No, I think it's
a crazy idea. That's what I'm thinking. Like they put a brown man in as a Santa Claus, and if they take that away and put the white guy back, what's the message?
Well, again, I feel like Cal is meant to be the next Santa. You know, they kind of teased elements and like him knowing what the kids wanted to when he was watching them through this like snow globe, what present they wanted and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's where they're going. It is a little bit of a weird message to go put a diverse a minority into the role of Santa and then kind of get rid of him. But yeah, I think that's probably where they're going. What about you? Where do you think this is going?
I don't know. I feel like he can't come back as Santa. I just feel like that'd be weird. I feel like he has to come back and help. Something goes wrong. Or something like that. But I just feel like if
maybe there's multiple Santas. That's the future.
Maybe. That's it. Yeah, maybe. It's in the title.
Oh, shit.
I never realized it's called the Santa Clauses.
He's like, oh, this is too big of a job for one Santa.
Yeah, maybe this is actually what happens. Maybe that is it. Like
suddenly all these portals appear and all these Santas throughout history start showing up.
Yeah.
All these blue police boxes.
They get all the old ones back. All the ones who retire and shit, they all come back.
And then she's like, hey, what happened to that
and
Santa
all the
Claus?
Mrs. Clauses.
And they'd be like, we didn't do anything. It was great. You know? Also, there's that elf that's super upset that she's been using thumbtacks in her room for the last however long she's been alive.
Yeah, because she says it's a what's-my-called building.
It's the preservation. North Pole Preservation.
North Pole, yeah, which makes sense.
And then she has the gall to ask for a hug at the end. Jeez. After being a bitch. Also, poor Noel. Am I right? So upset. Can't even get through the song.
That's pretty fun, though.
Yeah. Anything else you want to discuss from this episode?
No. Here we go.
So why do they ever leave her for dropping dolls' heads?
Well, they got to get the doll heads out somehow, you know.
On that note, let us know what you think of this week's episode of The Santa Clauses by going to explosion.com/Twitter, at least for now, and explosion.com/Discord, probably forever. If you want to help us out here at a Varied Explosion Network Christmas, leave us a review on our podcast, Podchaser, leave us 5 stars, anywhere you can leave 5 stars, or just tell people about the show. And if you like this episode, thought it was worth $1, head over to the Ko-fi page at explosion.com/supports. Thank you very much for listening. And until next time, remember, nobody's walking out on this fun, old-fashioned family Christmas.